I'm not gonna.
I want
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Loophole Podcast. I'm your host, Loopie. Alongside me is also your hosts, Jelani Muna and E. Crystal. Lyrics can't make it today, he's on holiday. And we got a special guest for today's episode, Anex. Hello everybody. Oh, my mic is fucking dying. Hello.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing
Yeah, I'm
fine.
doing good.
I'm doing good. Why does it feel like it's been a while since I've done a Loophole Podcast episode, even if the previous one was last week?
It's been a long week, dude. I've never had such a long week before. And I get it. My feet in the air.
We're joking.
This is actually my first time being like in an interview or a podcast, bro. So like I'm kind of excited, to be honest.
Hey, this is a lot of people's first times. That sounded wrong.
Well, it's only sus if you make it.
It's only sus if you
That's
make
true.
it.
That's true.
That moment when, oh my god, I should probably switch that. Okay, yeah. On the stream, it was saying that Jelani Muna is E Crystal and E Crystal is Jelani Muna. I gotta fix that. All right.
I don't know. Figure it out.
I fixed it.
There's only one E crystal in this mother. There's only one E crystal here.
All right, we fixed it. Danny Anex in the cut by Kid Purple. Petition to have Loopy fix the chat. I am too lazy, and we don't have a sponsor. I should probably have a sponsor. Fucking sponsored by NI. Buy my merch.
Rogue Energy is doing the damn thing. Not sponsored on the podcast, though.
Hey, you can plug it if you want, bro. I want to say hello to everybody. Hey, what's up, Adrian Ninja EX? Good to see you.
Yo, what's up? It's good to see you.
Sponsored by Cripstick. What up, babe? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Kid Purple. What's up, Epic Monkey? And what's up, Mike? Yo,
Kid Purple.
yeah. All right. We have not had a guest in here for the longest time, actually.
Yeah.
And Jelani, this is your first time on the podcast with a guest. So, congrats, I guess. I'm just gonna...
Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause.
And more importantly, Anex is on the podcast, so...
Thank you.
Yeah.
Feel free to ask me anything. I'm open for any questions, you know?
All right, let's get that social security number.
Oh my god. Sure, why not?
Hell yeah, bro. Hey. Who are you?
All right. Yeah, let's start with that. Who am I? I am a YouTuber that makes music, you know? I've been on YouTube for quite a while. Originally, I started off with like just gaming and stuff like that. Obviously, not near the quality that I'm reaching today or nowadays. But then someone, we can talk about this later, inspired me to kind of start making music and everything, and I got really into it, and now I just want to grow from where I am. So.
All right. So.
If you want to know a little bit about me, I am 17 from California. Yeah.
You're from Cali?
California, yes.
Ooh.
Hey.
California.
Mhm.
Didn't that place gonna fall off the map?
Oh my god. I hope not. Things are getting a little bit crazy here, but it'll be fine.
Okay, that's good.
Right. So, like, how many songs have you made?
I don't have an exact number. I could songs. I want to say maybe about 30 around there.
Okay.
For sure, it's not a lot because I've only been making music seriously for about a year. So, and recently, am I actually starting to like learn stuff and like get into that higher professional quality of music that I've been trying to reach for so long. So, I have made raps that were kind of like just whatever. Like I made a math rap. I've made raps of pretty dumb stuff before because they were just for fun and they were for a class at school. But now I'm definitely starting to try to look more professional, you know, get away from that amateur look, but also add kind of like a touch of personality, you know. Like I literally made a SpongeBob rap with a green screen and everything. And although that might sound kind of ridiculous, I do find it kind of that unique personality that I just like to add in that I think people would like when they see it, you know?
I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know you said we'll get into this later. I don't know if later is now, but who the fuck gave you the idea to make such good music?
Yeah, so, well, really, basically the question of who inspired you to make music, you know?
Yeah.
The one person that, till this day, is like one of my favorite artists is Quadeca. I'm sure you all have heard of Quadeca.
Hell yeah.
Big on the YouTube scene. His success and everything kind of inspired me to kind of do the same, try to do the same, because he went from, you know, a gaming YouTuber making videos about FIFA and whatever, transitioning to music and all that stuff, and hearing his unique sound, you know, it's not like any other rapper that you could hear on the radio or just wherever.
Yeah.
He has a very unique sound with his creativity and everything that I really like, and I kind of want to present a similar thing on my channel as well. So, especially after hearing his album "For Me to You," I've definitely been inspired to kind of even try to make my own beats and stuff, which I've never done before. I'm sure it's gonna take a really long time for me to like get into it and know how to make beats, but it got me thinking of whether I should put or spread my branches from, instead of just writing music, try to actually create all sorts of sounds and everything with not just my voice but with instruments and, you know, mixing and engineering and all that. So
Definitely. And it's thrilling once you get the hang of all of it.
yeah, of course, it's very exciting.
But Quadeca, I mean, shit. Like, I've been following this dude since Quadeca was, what, 13, which was, like, 2014. This year, he's turning 21. Shit's fuck... No, he was born in 2000. He was 14 when I first watched.
Fun fact, Quadeca's birthday is on the same day as mine. So
shit.
It's a little something we just have in common. October 2nd. Yeah.
Yeah, quick, like, off-topic question. So, what did you think of the Quadeca and KSI beef that happened?
Oh, well, I actually never heard of Quadeca until the KSI Quadeca beef happened.
Oh.
And I know that KSI has done diss tracks before. You know, I know he had his own beef with the Sidemen and that, because I do occasionally watch KSI. And when I saw this, I just thought, oh, he's just calling out people and making diss tracks and all that. And I wasn't really invested in seeing like what Quadeca showed in his music, you know. But then it was after the whole beef thing, which personally, I think KSI just gave an opportunity, if anything, for other artists to prove themselves. And a lot of them did. You know, we got Crypt, Quedeca, Dax, and all those artists. They proved themselves to be great artists.
Yeah.
And I guess the one that I just felt connected with me the most was just Quedeca. You know, I've watched his old videos over time, noticed his awkward personality at times, which sometimes even I can relate to.
Yeah.
You know, just a kid, just a regular kid at school with like living in the suburbs and stuff like that, you know. I kind of relate to that a little bit, you know, just being this average kid, wanting to do something more in life, and that's what he did, and he did it well.
It's funny because this dude was known for photoshopping FIFA packs.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like this, he was doing something completely different than music, and I'm not 100% sure of why he decided to make that switch. This must have been something that was on his mind and he wanted to do, but for sure, it really inspires many people.
Hey, you know, like I've been following him for a while. He's always loved music. Like he's even shown like old videos where he was doing music before like all the FIFA stuff. Even like the ironic ones. Like he's had music in his blood like almost his whole life, and
yeah,
it's amazing to see that he went from like the FIFA rap battles to making. Did From Me to You chart, by the way?
I believe so. I know it did really well on iTunes and Spotify.
Charted. All right, we have a chat message from fellow YouTube account named Unga Bungie Jump. I don't know if he's familiar to you, but apparently, hey Anex, it's Pops. It's good to see you're moving up in life. Big time stuff, kid. Hey, I wash your underwear. They are on the kitchen table when you're done. Smiley face.
I have no idea who that is.
Second one. Hey Loopie, it's young Anex's Pops. Haha. Love the nickname. Tell him his underwear is on the kitchen table when he's ready. Third message. Hey kid, your clothes are ready. Fourth message.
That's my second.
Kid.
I have no idea who he is.
Why would someone's underwear be on the kitchen table?
Bro, I have no idea. That's kind of
Why
weird.
don't you put it on the kitchen table? Why don't you put it in the drawer? You know, be prepared, put it up for him.
Very random location.
You're gonna be like, Khabib, send me location. Does anyone have any questions for Anex? Did anyone actually listen to
I would
Anex?
like to ask a question.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
Alright, so I know this might be a difficult question for a lot, but I mean, where do you see this music, where do you see it going? What are your goals to be able to do with like?
So, let me answer. So you asked about my goals with music?
Yes.
Alright, so the funny thing is, a little bit of just background. I am not exactly a big listener when it comes to rap music. Like, I wasn't listening to rap music at a young age, and I wasn't the biggest investor in like the OGs and the styles of rap and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty unfamiliar, and I definitely don't see myself trying to make a difference in the rap industry, you know, stuff like that, or like on the direction of music. I kind of just see it as something that I just want to put out there and have people enjoy, and to just kind of have a following like that, you know? It's like that saying of like, you know, I may not make a difference in the music world, but that doesn't really make a difference to me, you know? I still want to do what I want to do. And in your question of like what I think of music and all that, you know, I do see at times when it comes to the underground community that a lot of these people who want to get recognized sound similar, have a similar sound to someone who who's mainstream on that sound. You know, sometimes you hear someone, you say, "Oh, that sounds like that person." Oh, that sounds like that person. You know, and that's something that I want to get away from. You know, there have been many people that have been successful on just producing their own unique sound, and when people try to follow that, it's not the worst thing. You're just being inspired into someone else's by someone else's creation. But I do like the idea of just being able to branch out in what music really is, you know. So that's kind of my answer to that question, and that's something that I want to do, you know. If you realize on many of my songs, I don't curse in them. I'm not the super violent person in them, you know, like you'd hear from a typical stereotypical rap song, you know. I like to just put some bars in my lyrics, talk about something, you know, just do different beats from time to time, just experiment, do all that kind of stuff, and then add what's different about me into those songs, you know, through the music videos, through the content of the lyrics and stuff like that, and how I present them. So.
You got your homie Skiz telling you to shut up. How do you feel?
Yo, bro, Giz, oh my god, he's a friend of mine, part of my group, the OTC. He is very underrated, let me tell you. One day you should definitely have him on a podcast.
Yeah, I've heard, actually heard only 2 performances of Skiz. The Underground
Yeah, he's
and Game Over 2.
Yeah, he's a very lyrical person, you know?
Yes, I love the bars he puts out.
Yeah.
I will be super honest, all right? I do keep it real. I feel like the delivery could be a little better. That's just my opinion, but no, Skiz is fire, man.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we all have our flaws in making music, and we just try to learn and grow from them.
Of course. And I know Skiz. What happened, Chris? I can't hear you. Your audio is super muffled.
You said it was good earlier.
Well, I don't know what happened.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All you needed was to get closer, I guess.
Oh shit! Look at the back. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. I want to sit back there.
Well, you
can sit back if you want.
These chairs have a specific meaning to Chris's YouTube channel. I think.
Oh my god. That freaking lady, this random lady showed up at my house. I think she was on drugs, and she just dropped off a bunch of chairs, a table, 2 TVs, and I was like, ma'am, I didn't order any of this. But she wouldn't take no for an answer, and I had to keep them.
Dang.
I wish people shipped me random shit to my house that I didn't order. That would not be a letter bomb of any kind.
It was all right. And then she brought a knife set and cups afterwards, and she arranged it was weird, but
damn,
I'm okay with it.
She's the David Dobrik of houses.
Sorry, I'm so talkative today. I'm really tired, y'all.
Don't worry.
I'm going through this weird insomnia thing, and I don't know how to fix it, right? They're like, meditate before you sleep. That don't work. How that works?
Well, it just depends on your dedication. It depends on your commitment to it. If you're able, because some people can meditate and they feel fine. I mean, I've learned about meditation from my English teachers, and I mean, depending on what it is, it could work. It doesn't work for everyone, so it might not work for you, but I feel like it could.
I'm gonna try it. And there's a bunch of different, meditations and stuff like that. Do you believe in meditation and spirituality?
Oh, is that to me?
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I kind of see. Sometimes I can see meditation as a form of therapy, just calm the mind and everything. The spirituality stuff, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that there are stuff that you can do that can definitely help the body in whatever it's dealing with, whether it's stress or something that's just taken over your mind,
Spirituality for me is very strange. I will watch a video of someone talking about spirituality. For the first 30 seconds, they actually make sense and they actually really make you think. The video's 5 minutes long. On the 31st second, they start going to the extremes and talking about some crazy shit. They were doing so well. They were making the most sense possible. And then they talk about, you literally do not have a soul. Then what the fuck?
I see what you mean. Yeah, it does get a little bit unrealistic to believe something when they go to the extreme.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I follow a lot of spiritual accounts, and like a lot of them are like, it's like weird because I feel like a lot of them panic a lot. Like I watch like a lot of them, and like it seems like they worry about everything.
It's like fear mongering. Like you have to put fear in people to make them believe in something. I hate that.
Yeah.
That's what the news does.
Yeah,
The news will make you scared of everything, so that you're like constantly tuning back in to figure out what I need to be scared of next. And I don't know, it's really weird. The one spirituality channel that I watched, it was not the only one, but there's this one, and it's Trisha Paytas' husband, and he's talking about how everybody is water. And like he gets into it and he's like, we're literally the ocean. And I'm like, well, but how? Like how are we all just water? Like I get 75% of us like we're made up of water, but are we really just like, is there fish in me? I don't understand. Like, anyway.
Well, if you eat fish, then yes.
You are what you eat. My mom used to tell me that, so I stopped eating pig.
Oh, yeah.
But I still became one.
A spiritual video that I watched was like, alright, so it was like now I've watched a lot of like spiritual videos about the COVID-19 and all that. Like there was one video where it was like the weirdest thing. They were talking about UV lights and how like it detects if you were vaccinated or not. And it literally made no sense at all. It was the most bullshit thing I've ever watched.
Have y'all heard of Neuralink?
I have.
I have not.
Bro, what is that? Okay. Neuralink is a chip. It's about this big, and you put it inside of your head, and then you can save your memories and replay them, and like take pictures and text people who also have it without saying anything from your head. And it's being made by Elon Musk, and they've already tested on like pigs and stuff. I'm sure he's secretly tested it on humans, but
dang.
He literally looked at the camera and he was like, yeah, this is gonna be weird. It's just like an episode of Black Mirror. Then I was like, what the hell? But yeah, we're gonna have chips in our brain, man. And I'm doing it. If I can play a video game in my head, it's over with. I'm doing it.
I've seen this tested on a monkey, and this monkey was playing Pong on a big screen. I'm not kidding.
Bro, it starts with Pong and it ends up with GTA 5 in your brain.
And then you're fucked. The world civilization is over.
No, I'll never leave my head. I'll just sit here like a zombie, and you'll be like, "What is Chris doing?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I'm Neuralink and I'm playing Far Cry." In my brain.
I mean, fuck. It's also said to cure some mental illnesses or diseases, like dementia, Alzheimer's, and
you can put it in your head, and then you can like it can access your pleasure receptor. And there was this story about this girl who, I don't think it was Elon Musk who did it, but she was having like these really crazy problems. So they hooked up a bunch of wires to her pleasure receptor, and then they gave her a button that she can press instead of taking a drug. And within a month, they came back to see how she was doing, and she had a blister on her thumb from how much she was pressing that button. And she was begging them to take it out, but whenever they tried, she would freak out, and they had to put her in a mental institution.
What the fuck?
But that's like an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, but it's just the thing about it is that, like, I wonder how they can really operate on the brain, because like the brain is like an organ that you can't mess like with, because like that's why there's no such thing as a brain train. And even though I want there to be, hopefully in the future we can have the technology to do brain train. Because I would like to see, because I feel like it could keep like the spirit going. Like if you were able to hook like a dead person's brain to like another person, right? Just like how they do a heart transplant. I mean, it would probably be I don't know how it'd be though.
I don't know. Those transplants, you have to take medication. Like, you have to like forever. You have to take this medication to stop your body from rejecting the transplant. Because, it's not part of your body. Like, so your body's constantly trying to fight it off. So you have to take this medication to stop it from fighting off. But it messes up your immune system. So then you're constantly getting weaker and weaker. So, they're still in the stages of trying to fix that. Sorry, this conversation got off the rails.
Loophole Podcast.
All right, yeah. Let's go back. Let's go back to interviewing.
Okay.
Of course.
I tend to do that. I don't mean to.
No, it's the podcast, bro. We literally do that all the time, bro. That's like, it's just what we do. We don't prepare shit, but we manage to come up with conversations that are entertaining in some way.
Think about this.
Viewers.
What if, and you got the Neuralink. What if somebody hacks it and then they got access to your memories and they just gonna upload that? They're gonna upload it on Google.
And
the next thing you know, next thing you know, Google is just full of my nudes, and everybody's eyes are cursed and like melting out of their sockets.
It's like your nudes are in your memories.
Yeah, they got access to my memories, and I've done some really messed up stuff. And there goes my story times. They got them.
I'm gonna lighten up the mood. All right, Anex. So out of the many songs that you have made, which is the one that you had the most enjoyment? Enjoyment, is that a real word?
Enjoyment.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite?
Yeah, what's the song that you enjoy the most?
All right.
Writing.
The one. Well, let's just talk about overall. What was the best one that you enjoyed the most, and the whole making of it? All right. There was one that I seriously did not expect for it to do well on my channel. It's called Lockdown. The theme of it is because, COVID, locking down everything, Writing the lyrics was fun. It has a slight, ignorant vibe to it, But that wasn't, I don't think writing it and, recording it wasn't the funnest part. I think the best part was making the music video for it. Like, I had to think of just some of the craziest edits and stuff that I was able to do at the time. And it was really fun just trying to come up with these ideas, because one thing that I like to emphasize on my channel is you can make the best music in the world, and put it out there on your channel. And people are going to come and they're going to like the music, But as much as you enjoy the music, do you like the person behind it? People are there, the average supporter is there because it's good music. But a real supporter, I think, feels a lot more connected when they see the person behind it, when the person behind it puts value on not just the music, but on himself doing the music, So that's why if you look at my channel, every time I post a song, or for most of the time, I don't just put song audio, that's it, you know. I like to add a cool visual to it, you know, something that also, it can also add to that, you know, impression factor of them liking the music because of the music video as well.
Yeah.
So the lockdown music video was definitely one that I remember the most because of how it was like the first song that went pretty successful for me, you know. So
I know like a lot of people, what's your process of writing music? And then talk me through, do you have like a recording microphone, or do you just use the one that you have now that you're wearing?
oh, let me try to show it real quick. I have a Rode microphone
Oh damn.
right here.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice. Right, so you
yeah.
can send that to me. I'll take that.
Oh.
Yeah, this thing is pretty expensive. I had to invest a lot for it. So I just put it away for now.
Wait, what
Alright,
would y'all
so-
do if I just got up, like I walked off screen and then his door opened and I walked in and I was like, "Loop."
So,
He was the
Yeah,
one who put it
so-
on the kitchen table.
oh my god.
Oh yeah, and I brought your underwear to you.
That'd be crazy. So my whole process in this is whenever I'm having a good day, whenever I'm feeling it, you know, I'm just like, yo, let's write a song, you know? I find a beat that kind of matches the mood. I'm like, yo, I'm feeling kind of hyped today. Let's put a no melody beat or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And then I just come up whatever is off the top of my head. I just think, all right, what do I want to write about? You know, just think, what do you feel like writing about? I don't want to force it out because when I force things out, it doesn't turn out nearly as good.
You gotta let the
So-
music write itself.
Exactly, yeah. It's all about you in this case.
Mm.
So you write about whatever you want to write about, you know? Let's say proving you're the best out of everybody, you know, something that every rapper has talked about. And then you just think of how you want to present that, you know? There's many ways people can say I'm the best, you know? And I like to be more on that lyrical side with it, you know? Ignorant presentation, but with a lyrical value to it, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
And you'll notice that on a few of my songs that I've made in the past. And then afterwards, I just record. You know, I make a lot of takes because one thing that I'm still struggling at, and I need to get better at it, is just the presentation of my delivery. You know, something that I don't have the natural voice of like a pop star rapper. You know, so it's just something that I think naturally I'll figure it out. But back to what I was saying, I record, do my own mixing and everything, and I think one of the biggest factors of releasing music is what do you want to do for the video. There's many ways that you can think about it. I like to sometimes I just look at music videos from big artists. For example, I could look at Quedeca's Beaming music video, you know, pretty ignorant vibes, you know. Maybe I want to do something like that. I get inspired. In one of my videos, actually, I did a scene where it was kind of similar. It was literally directly inspired by something that Quedeca did in his music video. And I liked that. I enjoyed it. So that's kind of like the whole process, you know? And then, of course, I just edit it. I do pretty much everything, you know? I make the cover art, I mix, I record the music videos, or I don't record. Someone else records them for me, but I edit them and direct them to how I want them to look like, etc. You know?
Yeah, you're editing, and like for those who have never seen any songs or any videos from Anex, do check out the Underground Cipher. This does, like, the Underground Cipher pretty much just shows his editing skills are on point, all right, and everything is done well. And I could tell that a lot of time was put into all of it because, I mean, shit, like, you know, it just had to look good for a short, was it like 3-minute long cipher, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, for like 3 to 4 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
So the thing about that cipher, everything started from scratch, all right? Like, there was nothing, okay? So I planned out the beat for it, told people I was collabing with, which were in my group OTC, all right, you want to do this big thing. I was pretty much leading the project for how I want it to look and everything, and the timestamps of where each verse was going to be. Of course, naturally, there's a lot of problems with that because people are going to want to do one thing and someone else has another thing. But you got to keep it, since this was going to be on my channel, I had to keep it strict to like, yo, I think it would look best like this. Let's try to work with that, you know? And then the biggest problem was when I wanted to make the video, and I was going to make it a visualizer. Because originally I was thinking, what if I made a music video? Everyone records their part, kind of like how Cryptid, the ciphers, you know, everyone shows the clip of them rapping the lyrics, you know. I was gonna do that, but then not everyone had the stuff, the resources, you know, the camera, and how they're gonna send and all that stuff, and it got complicated. And you know what? I was gonna direct the whole thing then. You know, I was alright. I want everyone to just send me a picture of themselves. I'm gonna crop it out individually, and then I'm gonna do some crazy editing stuff with it to make it work as a visualizer, you know, with effects and lyrics going here and there. So I pretty much, I don't want to like look like a bad person by saying this, but a lot of the effort into making this was kind of my creative process behind it. You know, of course, I gotta give props to everyone doing the verse. It was amazing. You know, I definitely wouldn't be able to put this out if it wasn't for them, you know? So, but as much as that goes, I would also like to credit myself because I was able to do this whole thing from scratch. You know, I didn't spend $100 on someone to do it for me, you know, which a lot of artists can do. Yeah, they have the money to just have these people edit their videos or mix for them, you know? Yeah. But I kind of like to just do everything myself because that seems more of like an artist, you know? Because if I didn't do any of that, I'm just a rapper, you know? But I think, you know, more when you incorporate these other elements, it makes you what an artist is, you know? The word artist, you know, not just rapper or singer, you know?
Yeah.
What is the strangest thing that you found inspiration in? Because I know for me, like I'll just be sitting on the couch and I have a Chromecast and it'll go like flip through different pictures and stuff, and I'd be like, oh, that's a weird picture, and it'll give me a thought, and then I might write something down off of it. What is that? You have like something really weird, like you're just driving down the street and you see a cat?
I think, what was it? I'm trying to think of how I came up with doing a SpongeBob music video. That was the most random thing, and it's like it's not even old. It's kind of recent on my channel. I just decided, you know what? And if you can even see on my background, I literally have a scooter painting right there, just, you know, investing in that inspiration of making that video. I don't know what it was. It could just be because of my childhood. I did watch a lot of that show. But I don't know what exactly just triggered me to say, you know what, let's make a SpongeBob rap, you know? I think it might have been a beat that I just found online that was like SpongeBob, but it's trap, or like a trap beat, you know? And I was like, yo, we can do something with this. And then I just got a green screen, did some editing again, all that whole process, and released it, and it got a decent amount of views, so I'm guessing people enjoyed it.
It's kind of
that would be the coolest thing. Sorry, but you know the episode of SpongeBob where they cuss and like it goes.
Oh yeah. You know they beat it out with dolphin noises and everything.
Yeah, you could add that to like a beat and then rap it. Anyway,
so
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying.
Interrupt.
It's kind of weird how the most random shit you will ever do is what will actually make you pop on YouTube.
Yeah, and
or music in general.
Like I guess I can also say.
Yeah. I said I'm kind of an example of it because most of my subscribers come from reactions, not my music. But hey, it's a. the SpongeBob rap. I was looking at it. I was even checking on it yesterday. Like that did really well compared to.
Compared to my other videos, yes,
yeah.
It's. I mean, obviously. Didn't do as good as like the ciphers and the big projects, but it was something that because I just took a random idea, put my own touch to it, and released it, people enjoyed it. People liked that kind of stuff. Same thing for, I think I made an Among Us Imposter remix song.
That was the one right before,
Yeah. Literally, because of a trendy game, you know, I decided, you know what, let's do something with that. And boom, you know, it got a decent amount of views. of course, the exception for that one is that all the animation was not me. I'm not an animator, so
Yeah.
I was able to talk with someone, and the actual person behind that animation even commented on that video, and that person has like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Oh yeah.
You know, praising me because it was pretty good. You know.
Hey.
See, and that's what you need to take. Like, I'll give you a little. I'm not one to give advice, but this is like I feel like some good advice. Whenever you see that your channel is like your audience or people are reacting to a certain thing, like the TikTok algorithm. If you post a TikTok video and it got like 100 more likes or whatever than your last, and you're doing something slightly different, the key is to keep doing that. Just keep doing like milk. Just keep doing it, and then even if you're like, oh, I don't want to go, I got this other idea. No, you just keep doing that, and that's where I have this big problem where I can't keep doing something, right? Because I make stupid videos. So if I see it, like I tested water one time, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna keep testing water. Like I know y'all like this, but I'm not gonna keep doing it. You know, it's like. And I just bought a bunch of water bottles and tested them. But yeah, but the people are liking the like kind of a theme raps. So I would keep on doing that.
Yeah.
I'd push out an Ed and Eddie rap. You know, in the beginning it's like
He just lagged out, no?
you know what I'm talking about? The beginning's like and then like I don't know. Anyway, put that in like
Chris, I heard complete silence. Alright.
I know, and I was like, yo, what's going on?
You know that.
Oh, wait, are you talking about whistle?
You know what I'm talking about?
Can y'all hear that?
That music, yeah. I'm about to release a whole 7-song EP where it's just silence. I own all the rights to it. No one can fucking sue me.
Oh hell yeah!
Hey, that's the way you can make the most amount of money.
So one thing I want to talk about is I think something that's really important as a small underground artist is kind of the whole process behind how do you grow the channel. I think I'm just gonna try to make this up as I go. How do people find the channel? How do people watch your other videos? Or basically, how do people subscribe to the channel? And how to keep people connected to that channel? You know. So things that I've been trying to do recently is compete in contests. You know. I know one of my latest videos, I think it was called like a blind cipher contest or something like that, you know? It's a way for people outside to try to find my channel. And if they like what I do, they'll keep listening to more of my stuff. But the thing is, that SpongeBob video, as much as it helped like with people connecting and just really liking what I do, you got to find a way for people to initially click on that video. That click matters. That click is the most important click to someone who could possibly be a long-time subscriber. You know? So it's just one of those things that I need to constantly think like, yo, I need to try to participate in let's say Crip is hosting something, you know? It's a big deal to get recognized by Crip, you know? You want to try to do something. Get someone else's recognition, you know, and that way you grow an audience, and then from there you need to be consistent of the quality that you produce to keep people connected. And then of course, like I said before, add your own personality touch to it so that, you know, people will keep visiting not just for the music but for you, you know, because you are making the music, you know.
Of course, yeah, and you have to keep them interested, because as soon as those two eyes meet your video, you have to make sure they have, like, each viewer engages, like, in the best way possible, you know, like, subscribe, comment. Imagine if
of course.
Imagine if every single viewer that watched your video, even if it's a repeat, right? every single viewer that watches your video subscribes, comments, likes, shit would be fucking going up.
Yeah, bro,
That's
that
right,
would be
yeah.
amazing. Like, yo, I have like about 500 subscribers, but I get from time to time people or videos with 600, 700, 800, even 1,000 views. You know,
Yeah.
why are those people not subscribing? That's something that I want to focus on as well, and try to target those people who aren't subscribed to maybe make a video or do something that could have those people interested in subscribing. You know?
See,
Something
I've learned over the years that you can control two things, right? All you can control is working on talent, so building your talent, and
Yes.
then energy. And energy that comes with just promotion and putting yourself out there, right? Like if somebody has all the energy and they're just putting themselves out there, but they don't have any talent, they're not working on their talent, then nobody's gonna watch. Or
Or it can be the other way around.
hand, you guys got all the talent, but they ain't got
Exactly,
no
bro.
energy.
Yeah, you can
Then
make the best song in the world, but if you ain't promoting that, no one's gonna know who you are.
Yeah,
You know?
no one's gonna know who you
Exactly.
are, and that's all you can control, And once you get like up to that level of just like high energy, high talent, then the rest is just gonna roll in. For me,
Of course.
I sleep all the time. I'm working on that energy, and that's why I've been drinking that Rogue energy. Yeah, but y'all can use Cody Crystal. Sorry, that was a quick one.
I mean, I told you can, like, I gave you permission to plug, so I mean.
Okay, good. Listen, my monetization. Anyway,
Hey, we always.
y'all want to come out to the port? Let's go. I got a cigarette out there. It's calling my name.
All right. Hopefully, it doesn't mess with your
Look,
Wi-Fi because you're
I
actually.
painted this.
Oh shit! Nice painting.
Nice.
I call it a mess.
Is it a heart?
No, it's.
No, it's just the.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like an outline
that
of like, what
modern
a heart
art?
looks like.
I call that it's called a mess, but it's modern art. Where is a lighter? Which one of y'all stole my lighter?
It was Jimmy.
Loopie.
I knew it. Jimmy been doing that weird. I'm gonna call it that weird.
Oh, Jelani, you joined the podcast later than usual. Funnily enough, Anex is gonna hear me say this for a third time.
No
Go ahead.
God.
So I made the sudden discovery, all right, and I did this discovery while like on call with my girl. Like, I was on Google, all right, and I was trying to see. Okay, so I knew that birds masturbated, all right.
Oh, here we go again.
What I didn't know is that this motherfucker Jimmy has been doing it the whole time.
Wow, like.
So, did you mistake it for bird poop?
No, that's not that.
Wow.
That's kind of funny, bro, because, like, I've had to change the towel on my chair after he decided to drop a fucking nuke bomb. He stunk up the whole fucking room, by the way. Nah, okay. So, the way Jimmy does it, okay, I don't know if this is YouTube friendly. Probably not. It's.
Oh my god.
I don't think anything.
He positions himself like this and chirps like. You've seen it happen probably before every time I pet him, right?
I see it happen, yeah.
Yeah. This motherfucker been masturbating while I pet him.
That just means he loves you. That's all that means.
No.
Yeah, he loves you. Yeah.
No, what I think it means is I've been jerking this dude off for the longest time, bro.
That's
and that's
oh my God.
okay.
You said it like 3 times, bro.
I look. I said it ahead of time. The Anex is gonna hear me say this for a third time.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just a bird. He don't know any better. I think.
I mean,
I think Jimmy
maybe
needs
it does.
I think Jimmy needs a girl, bro.
So, do you guys have any other questions that you'd like to ask me?
Hey, I mean, we do.
I got a bunch of questions. Okay, let's now that we got your career, I'm gonna move it over to personality. Let me hear it. Your favorite color.
I knew it.
Yeah, oh my god. Favorite color? Well, kind of obvious from the banner, the logo, and everything else. The color red is my favorite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you
I don't know
believe
why.
in ghosts?
Do I believe in what?
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Ghosts? Not necessarily that term, ghosts. I could see. I see it more as like a presence of something that's not. It's kind of difficult. More like a spirit. I can see a little bit of sense into that. You know, just stuff that's just unnatural that kind of just floats around, the presence of it, you know? But the term ghosts as like Casper type ghosts, not really, you know?
Do you have one? Do you have a story, a ghost story, or like a spirit story?
Oh my
Then
god, really?
a lot of people do.
I don't necessarily have one, dude. I've never really interacted with Casper anytime, you know?
Really? I have. I got a bunch of those motherfuckers.
We should get Casper on the podcast,
Yeah, like,
Yo, that'd
I'm
be
not really
lit.
just talking to them.
bro.
Or else I'd tell you that I believe one.
Next week we're just gonna do a podcast pretending that there is a guest.
Oh my god.
You know how funny that would be? That's actually a good idea.
It's like we act like, what do you do for a living? Oh wait, that's right, you're not alive.
What do you do for a living? He's not. He doesn't live. That's funny.
he lost his life. No, but shit, I was gonna ask something. Damn.
I tend to make people lose their thoughts.
Anex.
Yeah.
Who are people that you would like to work with in the and this is
Oh my
in terms of dream features, by the way. Like I mean like
Yo, to be honest,
people like Quadeca, for example.
yeah, of course. Quadeca is probably the one that just I can think of right on the top of my head. Cause I don't know. I feel like Quadeca just has this really chill, cool personality that I sometimes relate to just because of how he was in the past and how he's grown from it and everything.
Of course.
I mean, to be honest, sure, people could say big artists like, oh, Kanye, Drake, all that sorts of stuff, Travis Scott. But like, I don't know, dude. For some reason, I'm just not that type of person that. I don't know. It's really weird to explain, you know. I guess for some reason I feel so connected to just the YouTube spectrum of music. It's kind of hard for me to think that I'd have relations and having features that are mainstream, you know.
Yeah.
It's something that's a bit new to me still, you know? Because, yeah, I do listen to those artists, but it's not like I have a passion or I'm inspired by them, you know? It's not that deal, you know? Obviously, people like... Huh?
Like nowadays, you know, I remember when you turn on the TV and I used to see people on TV and be like, I want to be just like them. And then as I've gotten like older and the internet's gotten bigger, I see people on Instagram and I'm like, I want to be like them. I don't want to be like people on TV anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now the TV feels so scripted, right? It's not even a person. It's like a teleprompter.
Yeah,
and human.
There's a thing about mainstream artists that sometimes I feel like a lot of these artists are just there because of what it brings them, the fame and the money, not because of like the whole passion and wanting to do something, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be making a whole difference or a change in the industry, but just at least following, you know, what they want to do, you know. And I feel like sometimes some mainstream artists just want to get popular. They just want to get money. They just want to do all sorts of stuff. I'm not saying it's the case for all artists. Of course, you can correct me on that. But I'm just saying that that's why, for some reason, especially since the reason why I started making music was because of what was being created on YouTube, you know? What the biggest artist on YouTube for a long time was basically KSI. for me. I watched him in the past, and he was like the one big and only KSI, one of the only artists on YouTube, you know. And it wasn't until he called out these other artists that it really got big. It branched out. It wasn't just KSI. There was different styles that grew. Kodaka, Crypt, Dax, you name it, you know. I even follow people like Samat Savage. He's a really good artist, you know, underrated. So it's just examples like that. And I just got inspired by seeing people do that, especially when I connect with their backgrounds and everything. It's just something really amazing.
Yeah.
I'll give a quick shout out to somebody. I've been listening to this rapper on YouTube. I think his name is it starts with an L. His name's Loopie. And he's slowly growing, but he's getting there. I'm really digging his stuff.
Yeah. Yo, I think I might do a collab with Loopy soon, you know? That might be a thing, you know? That might be a thing in the future, you know? Just saying.
I heard that weird.
I don't know. I've heard he's hard to work with.
Trust me, I've worked with many people who literally hours before I upload, they send me finally their vocals or their clips for the music video, and I'm like, oh my god, I just gotta put this all together, and I only have like a few hours left. I've worked with people like that. It's nothing new to me.
Ugh, Loopy, hate that guy. Man.
No, but
Loopy sounds familiar. I think he's a little. My girl in the chat. Hey,
your girl's in the chat. Tell her I said hi. Oh wait, she can hear me. Hi.
Y'all can say hi to my girl. Hey, babe, I love you. I was actually considering getting my girl on the podcast next week. Y'all cool with that?
Dang.
Yes.
I mean, Jelani.
The only problem with that is we're be telling cringe stories, and I don't want you being like, "Oh, my cringe story is I tripped one time." I don't want none of that. I want a good cringe story, like, because mine is ridiculous.
Bro, okay. Well, first of all, my girl says hi to you, Chris.
Hello, watch my channel. You'll like it.
Secondly, I have a very good cringe story that Oh my God, Chris. I mean, not Chris. Jelani. I don't know if you've seen what my girl said in chat, but she said, Jelani, we can brawl out over my period blood. Angry emoji.
Yo, okay.
Annex. There is a backstory to this. There is a backstory.
Alright. I don't even want to know the backstory, man.
Okay.
Hold up, because now we're doing a lot of time. There's certain things you just can't talk about.
I gotta say something. So, I gotta go in like 10 minutes. So, I want to just wrap up the questions, you know, before we can get like all off topic and all sorts of stuff like that, you know?
Hell yeah! All right.
Your favorite color is red.
It is red, yes. Anything else? This was fun. I like that you guys ask, because sometimes I think to myself, like, yo, what do I think about this, you know? And then I just start trying to process the answer. Sometimes it comes out nicely, than other times.
Yeah. Are you considering doing... Okay, I accidentally clicked on a video. Are you considering doing a sequel to the Underground Cypher?
Yes, I have thought about it, and yes, I think it's something that should happen from time to time, because these projects do get a lot of attention.
Yep.
And something that's worth mentioning is I don't like working with people who are worse than me. I don't care if I'm the worst one on a cipher. I really don't care, bro. It's a good thing when everyone else besides the creator is better, you know? That's great, you know? Like some people say Skiz was better than Anex on this song, or this person was better than Anex on the song. Like, yo, that's fine. That's the whole point of a feature, bro. If I got someone that was worse, what would that be contributing to the song, you know? So I'm definitely planning on doing a cipher with hopefully, doesn't have to be necessarily bigger people, but with people who definitely have a lot of talent, you know?
Of course. This is one of my pet peeves in this whole YouTube rap shit, okay?
Yeah.
I've had people, like, so my album was received, relatively well. All right, it was the
Yeah, I saw that it got a lot of streams and everything. That's really good.
Yeah, 6K. It's sitting at 6K right now. It's done a hard stop, so I don't see it, drastically growing anytime soon. So I think it's done now. The pet peeve I have is some people will hit me up, telling me, "Oh, one guy carried your song on your album and took over your track. How do you feel?" And I'm like I'm in my head. I'm wondering, like, will this person find some place in the world a fuck for me to give? Because seriously, who gives a fuck? Like,
Like that, you are totally right.
Yeah, I had someone rap over my beat, which wasn't entirely made by me. It was made, in collab with someone else. I had someone literally featured on a whole song. I did not do any vocals on that song, Back to Winning, and I put it on my album because I thought it was fire. And the whole point of my album is it's a family fucking gathering. I don't give a fuck about being better than my features. Like, they've helped me in life, so why the fuck do I have to be better than everybody? Like, it's
exactly.
More like, we're equal because we both, put a lot of work into the music. So
yeah, of course.
We're not trying to take over each other's tracks. Like the song I made with Blaze the Messiah, like, he was more lyrical, sure, but who gives a fuck? It's a solid song,
Yeah, at the end, it's all about the listener's perspective of what they think of the song. Like, they have different tastes, of course, of like, oh, this person is better than this person, and that's where, at the end of the day, it's what it is. Just be glad that you were able to make something like a collab or an album in the first place.
Of course, man. And like, that should not stop you from having an opinion if people think this way. However, it should not really matter unless one verse in a song truly ruins the song.
Yeah, of course. Like, you want to maintain equal to a certain degree. Like, I know a lot of people trashed on the, what is it? There was this trend where this person made a song with Drake. I think it was like Smiley or something like that. And it was a whole thing where when Drake came on the song, it was the best song ever. But then when the other person started doing his verse, it was really, really bad, And yeah, I get the hate in that sense of like someone really didn't perform as well as the feature. But as long as they're kind of equal, I don't see a problem with it. Even if let's say I did okay, let's say I did decent and the other person did good, that's fine. Or the other person did great, that's fine,
Yeah.
There was this little clip that I seen. It was like a skit, and there was like this dude in the studio, and he was trying his best to make a song, and then they were like, "Yo, you don't even gotta worry about it. Drake's about to hop on." He was like, "What? Drake is coming in?" They're like, "Yeah, just gotta hurry up and finish this verse, and then you got your song."
I saw something like that. Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was just like, "Oh, blah, 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 da 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 da," and he was like, "That's it." And then he was, the rest of it is gonna be Drake. He's gonna make millions.
Yeah. All right, so I want to bring it. Give me one last question before I head off, because it was truly an amazing time being with you guys. But I sadly have to go because it is like pretty much around lunchtime for me. So.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good, bro.
Gotta go get that from anywhere, y'all.
Yeah.
You don't want to say.
I got one question. Like, I guess it's gonna be like sort of. Like, it's something we ask to all the guests, like, after we finish, podcast episode. How would you, like, rate your experience on the Loophole Podcast? And, like, obviously this is your first time on a podcast. Is this something that I truly enjoyed?
I like talking. Something that... I'm a very antisocial person,
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to talk to people normally. In my case, just because it gets awkward sometimes. But when it's when talking about something that you truly have a passion about, or something that we have a common interest in music.
Of course.
And with that, it makes it so much easier, makes it relaxing, and even makes it motivating for me to talk about it. because we have that common interest. So this interview, asking about, my music background and stuff like that, it was a great experience. I definitely like doing this kind of stuff, you know? If you want me to rate the podcast, besides the off topics, it was pretty good, Did you want me to rate it out of 10 or something?
Not like rate. I don't care.
Rate in what sense?
Yeah, I don't care much for rating out of 10. It's more of if you enjoyed it overall. And
Yeah, I enjoyed it overall. I guess I should bring a few critiques because every podcast could be better in a way.
True.
I think you should try at least preparing some questions and topics beforehand. I don't know if you did that. I'm not 100% sure. Because it did get a little bit of what's next to talk about, Or maybe find topics that kind of link with each other so that it's an easier transition between one and the other. It makes it more natural.
Like a segue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We're normally,
and besides that,
we're normally pretty good at segueing, because the one thing we do on the Loophole Podcast, and we've been doing this since the beginning, is we barely ever prepare, but for some reason we end up making this episode actually enjoyable for people to watch. And normally when I'm not able to find any questions, or nobody else is able to find any questions for the guests, I usually hop and do some trivia, and that's fun for everybody. But yeah,
of course.
I sort of hate preparing during a podcast.
Well, it doesn't have to be you write. You don't have to write the whole script. It could be just general ideas you want to touch on. Just even a simple word or two. You can write down and say, all right, let's mention this and that. You don't have to write exactly what you're going to say or a whole script of what you're going to ask the person. Because you want to make it enjoyable in a sense that you can talk about something without having to forcefully try to ask.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll definitely take that into consideration. It's just, we rarely ever come with topics. I think last week was one time where we actually came with topics, and we all discussed it. And with with us not being clear whether or not you were gonna be on here today,
oh yeah, that's totally my fault because I wasn't being clear since
it's all good, bro.
Complicated.
Although I did ask you literally at 4 a.m. my time on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I usually ask people on a 7-day notice so they could tell me on the day of if they're good.
Of course.
But
thank you for having me.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for coming on.
Yo.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't the last interview that I do. I hope soon that even with you, we can do some more. If let's say I release a project, it doesn't have to necessarily be an interview. It just could be a conversation about it. Anything.
Sure, man. And
if anything, one thing I do recommend is typically I'm not trying to critique your style so much. I'm not trying to be harsh on it.
No.
But when the title it says getting to know Anex better, this is an interview type stuff, right?
Yeah.
You want to try to stick to that being the main subject around,
Yeah.
Just I don't want to be harsh about it because it's your style at the end, and it is truly for enjoyment.
Hey, no, it's cool. I totally understand where you're coming from with there. It's more of okay, getting to know somebody better is not necessarily only I guess the personal life and
of course,
because it's more of how easygoing you are during a conversation and how we're able to discuss different things. So when Chris asks about spirituality and shit, that's just us trying to discuss about things because that's just podcasting. All right, we talk about different shit and we love talking about different shit.
It was definitely fun. I loved hearing the stories and everything else.
Hell yeah, man. And thank you for coming on. I hope to have you
again
soon.
I can't wait to work with this dude named Loopie in the future. It's gonna be very exciting.
I heard he was dropping a special project in the future. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's some fucking some weird.
And I hope you see what I got next on the channel. Can't wait.
Hey, I'll be looking. Do I have the
Alright.
Do I have the bell clicked? I clicked the. I have the notifications on. All right, so.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
bro.
I don't specifically. I know we got Loopie. How do I say you guys' names? What do I call you guys?
My name is Jelani Muna, but you can
Jelani?
call me Jelani.
All right. Thank you for having me, Jelani. And is it Chris?
My name is E. Crystal.
E.
Like
Crystal.
the
All right. All right. Thank you for having me. It was truly an experience, a good experience.
Hell yeah! Thank you for coming on, Anex. It's been fun, man.
All right. Thank you.
See ya,
See ya.
Bye.
Hell yeah, bro.
How dare him critique us?
oh
As
man,
soon as he leaves, we start talking shit about him live.
hate that guy.
I mean, how dare him?
It was cool, and he's not all wrong. All right, he's not all wrong, but I mean that's just our kind of thing. I mean, we barely ever prepare, and sometimes we're able to clutch it, and sometimes we're not able to fully clutch it. But yeah, y'all had fun this episode, right?
I did.
Yes.
You know, the thing is, when I sense that the conversation's getting stale, I like to throw in some, you know,
Yeah.
I like to spice it back up.
Yeah.
Because when we make an episode, you got the chicken, right? You can eat chicken, and chicken is good by itself. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But whenever you add that salt, pepper, and a little bit of seasoning salt on that chicken is perfect. Might even get a side of mashed potatoes. You can't just have chicken.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
So, something I've
Or else you get salmonella.
or Chick-fil-A sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Chick-fil-A sauce. Do not eat Chick-fil-A sauce, everybody. Jelani saw what happened. That fucking Chick-fil-A sauce was about to be the death of me. No, but beyond
I
that,
didn't see it. What did y'all do last week? I wish I was here.
That was
I was
nice.
doing my hair, and my hair was like, it just looked crazy. So I had to fix it before I could, come online and stuff.
that was last month, bro. That was like, what, like episode 52 or something like that?
Oh, no, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just
it was
me and
last week.
Jelani, and we were just opening the box that was delivered to me by Mike, and I was testing out hot Cheetos, and I tasted Chick-fil-A sauce, and I nearly fucking died of how terrible it was.
You had hot Cheetos for the first time?
Yes, I've had hot Cheetos for the first time. That was like last month. They fucking taste amazing, by the way. I miss them. Mike, if you're watching this, please send me hot Cheetos.
Wait, have you had
Like,
Takis?
I've never had Takis before. You know what? I might order Takis, alright? And whenever I get it, next episode of the podcast in which I get it, I'll taste them. Alright?
Yeah, you've got to
You
try
have to get
some.
salt
You've got to
as
try.
well. You gotta get like McDonald's burger.
McDonald's.
Wait, you've never had McDonald's?
I've had McDonald's, god damn it. I just
Oh my god, that's a heart attack. Oh my god. Have you had Chick-fil-A?
I've never had Chick-fil-A. No, I've had Chick-fil-A sauce. That fucking nearly killed me, by the way, which I don't even think I want to try Chick-fil-A at this point.
Dude, let me tell you, Chick-fil-A has the best chicken sandwiches, hands down.
It better not come with that fucking sauce, or else I'm gonna fucking sue them for
Wait, I got an idea.
child endangerment.
Bean Boozled spicy Carolina Reaper with the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Bro, I still have the safe with the Bean Boozled. You know what? Next week I'm gonna just randomly try out different fucking shits.
Yeah. Because you only tried Carolina Reaper.
I've
But
tried.
you gotta try the
I've
other.
tried a few of those behind the scenes. I think I even accidentally fucking took another Carolina Reaper.
That's it.
You would think that, like, with them rubbing, like, are they all in one container? Like, they're all together?
Yeah, they were all together. I just like put them in different compartments because that's what my safe has.
Well, you would think like with them coming all together that like the hot would rub off on the not hot ones, you know? But I guess not. I don't know how science works anymore.
Well, I mean, the jelly beans are quite solid and not really, super smudgy, I guess.
So you want your girlfriend to come on the next podcast?
Yeah, there's been talks of like wanting to bring my girl on the podcast. I just never knew the time when, because like I don't know, I wanted to do it for a special occasion, I guess, but I might just randomly do it next Friday.
We can do it. Yeah, I want to meet her.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
And then whenever we can tell cringy stories, and then she'll break up with you live on stream.
That is fucked.
So so there's the gimmick for the next one, since we don't plan.
Well,
should do.
I'm not clickbaiting my relationship on YouTube, by the way.
No, wait. So what we should do is she comes on and you tell cringy stories about yourself, or we all tell cringy stories, and then we see how she reacts to them. And maybe she can rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 of how cringy it is.
Thing is, I probably might have told her a lot of the cringy stories that have happened to me. So
Yeah, but I haven't heard any of them. I want to hear this.
Look, there are even cringy stories in which she was part of because of mishaps that has happened to me. Notably yesterday with Jimmy, and the other day with discovering something with Jimmy. That was one of the cringy stories I have. But hey, no, y'all are gonna enjoy it when she's like on the podcast. Like, she's great. Real.
I can't wait to meet her.
Yeah, Jelani has already like been on IG Live with my girl before, so I mean, he already knows my girl, but yeah.
And then what I don't even know what I'm gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I totally forgot.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't remember. Where did y'all meet? I guess we can talk about that when she comes on.
Okay, so you know the kid that does like Pokemon Go, like I play Pokemon Go every day. You don't know about that kid? Misha. You're no fucking way.
I don't know who that is. For the audience listening, we're shaking my head.
You're telling me? Hold up. That song. For kids?
There's certain things I don't watch, and that's one of them.
I mean, 5 years ago I used to hate Misha. 5 years later I actually love No, okay.
I mean, yeah.
He makes better music now, but that's not the, like, I mean, it is kind of the story. So I wanted to do an album review to Misha's album, Not the One, and I was in a call with my friend Tux. Then Misha joins, so it was us three in the VC, and then my girl joins, like, for the first time in a VC, and we were all just vibing, doing the album review, and then after the album review, we just hopped in a private call and just started vibing together. It was a hell of a lot of fun. I happen to be bleeding on my foot, and oh god. Hold up.
What happened? You stepped your toe?
No, I'm fucking bleeding. What the fuck?
Did you step on glass? Is Jimmy nibbling your toes?
I probably stepped on glass. That's fucking rants. Well, not rancid, but it's fucking disgusting. So I'm going to have to end because this is like slightly serious. I'm bleeding.
That's shit. How do you step on glass and not feel it? You need to get that checked out.
Look, I felt something, but I thought the fucking glass piece left my foot. I've been bleeding this whole time, and it's been probably 5 minutes since I felt that glass piece. So I'm going to quickly disinfect my foot because I don't want to go to the emergency room. That would fucking hurt. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I should probably finish the story so that it ends happily ever after. So, after us vibing together that one day, about a week later, we started vibing even more, and it evolved into something great that we call love. And I've loved every bit of it since like the month and a half-ish that I've been with her. So,
Well, that's good. Childhood love is good.
oh yeah. And Jelani was on Pre-Loops. This was the first encounter. This was the first encounter that Jelani and Cryptid, that's what she goes by on YouTube, by the way, Chris.
She makes videos.
Not as of late. She does stream on Twitch though, so go. I'll send you a link to her Twitch. But yeah, she's cool. Well, we were. Hey, babe, we were talking about you because we were talking about you joining the podcast next week. That being a probability. My foot actually hurts. I'm gonna have to end this really quick. I'm still fucking bleeding. It's fucking terrible.
Don't get blood all on the floor, Loopy. I'm not cleaning that up.
I'm not cleaning that up either. I mean, I thank God I did it on carpet. So, and it's a tiled carpet. So, and babe, I was just telling them how we met because that's a wholesome story that we can end on, and I have to go because this is almost going to be an emergency situation. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Loophole Podcast and listening to it. If you enjoyed, catch us again next Friday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if it will have... yes, my girl will be on the podcast next week. Stay tuned for that.
And the cringy story.
And cringy stories. Bless up and stay hype, everybody.
Reach the top.
Be kind.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Fuck Lady Gaga. Fuck Kylie Jenner. And penis.